Mountain bikes you should buy between $500 and $2,500. If you have $500 or less, buy the Ozark Trail from Walmart and do whatever Seth's Bike Hacks tells you to do with the bike. Another option is to buy a similarly designed hardtail on the used or secondhand marketplace. Just try to avoid 2x or 3x drivetrain setups, which is to say bikes with a front derailleur. If you have more than $500 but less than $1,000, buy the Giant Talon 4 and try to do it from your local bike shop. This can pay dividends later on in service and maintenance. If you have $1,000 or more and want a cheap bike with modern geometry, try the Poseidon Norton, the hardtail brainchild of the Spindat YouTube channel. If you have $1,500, buy the Giant Fathom 2, also from your local bike shop. And if you are willing to spend as much as $1,800 on a hardtail, buy the Marin San Quentin 3, which has everything you need stock out of the box. That said, if you want to buy a full suspension, things are going to get a lot more complicated. The cheapest full suspension bike to even consider would be the Polygon D6 from bikesonline.com. If you want an option you could potentially find from a bike shop, you could try your luck on the GT Zascar Sport. For $1,700, you can buy the Polygon T6, which has superior modernized trail geometry over the D6. Alternatively, you can get the Marin Rift Zone 1, which, like the GT, can be found at your local bike shop. The cheapest full suspension bike with a dropper post that you can find at a bike shop is the Leave and Bolden 2 for $1,750. However, as the women's brand for Giant, you may find sizing to be an issue. If so, you can try your luck with the GT Zascar Comp for $1,800. If you have $2,000, you have 3 very good options which are much better than all the aforementioned full suspension bikes. Another direct order brand, you can buy the RE Cascade Comp, or you can buy the Polygon T7, which has superior suspension to the T6, or if you're still looking for a bike shop bike, you can buy the Norco Fluid FSA4. For $2,300, you have even more options with 4 bikes, such as the Polygon N7, the cheapest long travel enduro bike, the Marin Rift Zone 2, one of the most complete full suspension bikes that you can buy from a bike shop, the GT Sensor Sport, which acts as an upgrade from the Zascar line, and even the Cannondale Habit 4, which becomes a very compelling option if you're an REI Rewards member. Nearing the end of the list, at $2,400 you have the Polygon T8, which as you can guess is an upgrade over the T7. And at $2,500 you have the RE Cascade Elite, which similarly is just an upgrade over the Cascade Comp. At these prices, we are typically looking for builds that use a Microshift or Shimano Dior or QS drivetrain. Generally speaking, you want to avoid SRAM SX and don't pay too much for SRAM NX. SRAM GX is a great drivetrain, sadly is often found on much more expensive builds. Try to avoid buying bikes with coil forks if you are paying $1,500 or more. Also try to find a bike with a dropper post if you are paying $1,500 or more. And lastly, if you are paying $1,000 or more, try to find bikes that have boost axle spacing, not quick release axles, and not the old standard through axles that gravel bikes use now. I am listing the MSRP prices of most of these bikes, but right now it's very likely that you'll find them on sale. I'm also going to run through some bikes that normally wouldn't be as good as values, but because of current sales, you should likely look into them. Starting with the Norco Fluid Hardtails, Canyon Stoic 4 Hardtail, Canyon Spectral, both 125 and 29er, and the Canyon Torque and Mullet or MX Spec. Other notable bikes are the YT GFC Capra and Izzo, all in their cheapest Core 1 spec. If you're looking to buy through a bike shop, one of the best deals right now is the Giant Trance X3 in 27.5 and the Giant Trance 2 in standard 29er. And if you can't find that, try your luck with the Specialized Stump Jumper. But make sure you're getting the Comp alloy model with NX drivetrain, not the base alloy model with SX drivetrain and X Fusion suspension, which I don't recommend. Last but not least, we have various options from Commensal, such as Meta HT for hardtail, Meta AM for all mountain, the Clash, and the Tempo. However, be very wary of which model you pick, as all these bikes have a version with SRAM SX for the same price. We want the versions with Dior, not SRAM SX. I put my relevant buying guide and spreadsheet in the description below. If you need more information, visit the mountain biking community on reddit.com. Thank you for watching.